Hey guys, welcome to Juicy Tea, where I read out the best stories on Reddit, so you don't have to. The funny, shocking, and satisfyingly juicy. Today's video is Who's in the Wrong Wednesday, where you get to decide who's right and who's wrong. Am I the a-hole for making a 21-year-old woman shower for the first time in at least 4 days? Our first story comes from the BestofRedditorUpdates subreddit, posted by a throwaway account. I, 23 female, and my best friend Holly, 21 female, are completely sympathetic to the fact that having a shower may be a sensory issue for some people, and Chloe, 21 female, claims that this includes her. With this being said, she knew she was going away for a week. We had 6 months notice on a marine biology field course, sharing a room with 2 other people. We were all friends before this trip. When Chloe's at home, she has a bath once every 10 days and is bathed by her boyfriend. We received absolutely no warning of this, nor did we receive any warning that she wasn't planning to shower or brush her teeth for the duration of the trip. Marine biology is quite labour intensive and of course involves standing on the beach and in the ocean. This trip also included long walks every day to get to these beaches. If Chloe had had a baby wipe wash every evening, then the smell wouldn't have gotten to this point. But my god, you guys, the smell! It was straight up onions, vinegar, and BO. I threw up twice because of it. Actually the worst smell from something living I've ever smelt. At this point, 4 days of walking and climbing rock pools, we could no longer deal with the smell. Even our other friends that would walk past the room would gag. I'm not being dramatic. Instead of using antiperspirant or deodorant, she was using impulse body spray, a perfume, under her arms and on her feet, making the smell a million times worse. On top of all of this, there was an outbreak of bacterial meningitis in our class whilst we were away. It was only at this point that we asked her to shower. We only asked her to shower to reduce the risk of infection, and we also did mention the smell at this point. We weren't sure about the ins and outs of this illness and how it spread. We wanted to be as clean as possible after seeing our classmates and being within close confines of them all day. We did ask nicely. We said the room smelled and that if we all had a shower, we didn't know it was a sensory issue at this point, then it would improve the smell and the situation for all of us. Holly showered, I showered, then Chloe left the room to go see her friends. We were absolutely baffled. The next day, we asked less nicely. It was ripe. She walked out of the room and returned 5 minutes later with one of our uni lecturers. She'd spoken to the lecturer and accused us of bullying her. She also made an anonymous submission to the uni drama Facebook page, which says the following: "If you want to go on this trip, don't. I was bullied so much that I cried every night and the staff did nothing. I know the 2 girls who did it will see this post, and here is my message to you both. My family and I aren't happy, and we'll be taking this matter to the police for bullying, and to the university for non-academic misconduct." We're at university now. You'd think people would have matured, but apparently not. Bullying is serious. Now, this came as a complete shock. She had not been crying every night, or at least not that we noticed, nor did we give her a reason to cry each night. The only thing we could possibly think of, and we checked with our other friends, was the mention of the smell, and the fact that she needs to shower. I hate that this upset her so much, but our point is, if you know you're going to be away for a week, and you don't plan on showering, or you know you have difficulty doing it, wouldn't you warn your roommates? Or plan to have a baby wipe wash, which she admitted she's fine to do. If we'd known about the awful personal hygiene that this 21-year-old girl has, then there's no way we'd have agreed to share a room with her. So, am I the a-hole? Edit. I'd like to make it very clear, we did not avoid her. She came to the pub with us by invitation, and sat at our table, along with other things that we invited her to. Nor did Holly and me do the gagging. This was done by people not sharing a room with us. We still wanted to be her friend. The people gagging weren't really friends with her in the first place. We tried to tell her delicately, which was us saying the room stank and then we could mitigate the issue by us all having a shower. Other than that, we had no idea what to do. Also, don't worry, Holly and I are home safe in our nice smelling rooms. The first thing we did when we got home was shower. Down in the comments, Meg Melons55 says, "She's gonna go to the police because your group asked her to shower? Boy oh boy, I wish I could be a fly on the wall when that complaint happens. She's gonna get laughed at the police station, not the a-hole. Her mental health triggers are her responsibility, and if she's gonna be sharing a space with others, it's common sense to not smell disgusting." Ricochet says, "Not the a-hole. Bacterial meningitis is no joke, and personal hygiene is crucial in that aspect. In my opinion, she probably should have gotten her own room if she's that unhygienic." OP responded, "We didn't even say anything until the outbreak happened, and then we only said something because we're concerned for our health. 2 of our classmates were currently in hospital and we didn't want to become the 3rd and 4th. Tom Tink 1 says, "To be fair, it's clearly not a logical thing. Okay, she has an issue with bathing. I feel bad for her. But she shouldn't be sheltered from the fact that her mental health issues are having an impact on the people around her. She needs to be responsible for mitigating that." Update: Chloe has seen this. "I received a message from Chloe last night. If you're gonna make a Reddit post about me, at least tell the effing truth, rather than lying. This is gonna be taken further now, because it's bang out of order." I responded, "Please, could you highlight any lies from my throwaway Reddit account with changed names? I'm entitled to ask the internet if I'm being an a-hole, which they decided that I wasn't. We tried, Chloe. We asked Reddit to try and see from other perspectives. She's read it, but not responded. Edit: she blocked me. Still no response. What I'd really like is some advice on what to do next. This girl is threatening my academic career and it's not fair. We'll be speaking to a lecturer. As someone who was bullied for years, I know what it's like for people to look at you like you're weird. Chloe brings dolls into uni, and for the first year, Holly and I were the only 2 people to defend her. Everyone else looked at the girl like she was crazy. This is why we offered to room with her. We'd hoped it'd bring us all closer. Boy, were we wrong. I'm sorry I'm too nice, I guess. I'm trying to work on it. I get told a lot that I don't have a backbone." Update: we spoke to the lecturer who organised the trip. She's heard nothing from Chloe at all, and agrees that everything was blown way out of proportion, and that Chloe has no legal ground to stand on. It seems those empty threats were just that, empty. The lecturer told us that Chloe was originally offered a room on her own, and she didn't take it. Mad is an understatement. She's aware of my Reddit post, as well as Chloe's Facebook post. The lead lecturer will be speaking with the lecturer who made Chloe shower. Down in the comments, Zesty Close News 2716 says, "Try making an appointment with whoever was in charge of the trip, as well as someone above them for the meeting. It will give you an opportunity to share your side, as well as starting an official trail, in case she does do anything. IMO, personal hygiene is not a joke, and if you can't take care of it yourself, you shouldn't be going on a trip and rooming with others, let alone be away for college." Bullying isn't nice at all, and we really only have a P side of what actually happened. But that being said, you don't get to endanger others' health with your bad hygiene and expect them to not at least politely ask you to shower. So, if this post is accurate, then not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for expecting my girlfriend to support me while I'm unemployed? Posted by Deleted. I lost my job 4 months ago, and Elle doesn't cover my full living expenses. I had to buy a car since mine had 300,000 kilometers on it, and the engine issue wasn't worth fixing. After that, I had a couple thousand saved, and that has been completely wiped out, and now I'm not able to cover all of my expenses. I asked my girlfriend to help cover my expenses, and she refused because I didn't propose before this. We'd been dating for 3 years and moved in for 2. She had told me 3 dates in that she expected to be engaged in about 2 years of dating, and is unhappy with me because I didn't propose. I'm sure she is the one, I'm just still hesitant about marriage. She's told me she's trying to get over the fact that she wasted 3 years with me. sounds like she's planning on breaking things off with you. Otherwise, why would it have been a waste of 3 years? I told her to give me some time, and she thankfully hasn't pushed it. This was shortly before my work announced they were cutting people, and I was let go. Now she says I'm expecting too much from her, since I'm not ready for marriage, but expecting her to help me with rent. So you want her to commit by financially supporting you, but you're not ready to commit to her by proposing? I feel like the financial support is more of a commitment. I mean, if you break up, she's lost out financially. But if you break off an engagement, you haven't really risked or lost anything. You can just sell the ring. We've been dating for 3 years. Doesn't that count for something? If it was a year in, I'd understand it was too early. But we've been together for a long time. But she told me it was meaningless because I haven't proposed. And she refuses to help me, as I could just decide I don't want marriage and bail at any time. I could have bailed at any time while dating, and still could bail after we get engaged, but I didn't, and won't. Exactly. He's proving her point. We've been serious for a long time. Why is the ring and marriage all that matters? I've told her since she won't help, it's shown me that she isn't serious too. She told me it's fine, we can just end the lease and I can go back to live with my family, since I can't afford to rent here. Yeah, she's planning on ending things with you. I'm getting interview requests back and did an interview already, although I didn't get it. It's crazy to me that she'd waste 3 years over covering a bit more rent and groceries. Look, no one should get married if they don't want to, especially if they don't feel like they're ready for it. He shouldn't have to propose, just because she gave him her expected timeline. However, are you surprised that she doesn't feel comfortable handing over a pile of cash when you clearly aren't sure of the relationship yourself? For all she knows, you plan on mooching off of her indefinitely and bailing when it suits you. But all of this is irrelevant because it sounds like she was planning on dumping you before you even got fired. If she was on the fence, you're demanding that she covers your expenses definitely seems to have given her the final push. Remember, I post new content every day, so subscribe for more juicy tea.